Elmcreek right here playing Farming Simulator 22 on Elmcreek, and by miracles, everyone, somehow we're playing Farming Simulator 22 here today. We'll get into that here in just a moment. Had some pretty serious game issues here, shall we say. Anyway, working on rolling our canola field between episodes. Everyone went ahead and planted both these small fields here in canola. So both these fields are canola here. For some reason, I'm going to keep planting canola on these two fields. I think we get varying yields, everyone, so I just keep planting canola just to see what we're going to get next time around. Again, for those who remember here, last harvest on these two fields, everyone, we got an absolutely horrendous, horrendous yield. Don't know what we did wrong, everyone, but I don't know, either game update or we did something wrong. We did something seriously wrong, or something seriously went wrong on these fields. So again, planting canola on these fields, everyone. We got fertilizer. Actually, I should double check that. Do we got full fertilizer? We'll have to double check that here, because I forgot to check that after planting if we got the full application of fertilizer or not. Hopefully we did here this time. We also plowed the field, so there should be no weeds, and we'll see once we get here this time. Anyway, yeah, speaking of the episode here, everyone, it was getting downright close to whether or not there was going to be an episode here, everyone, because I could not get the game to load. Oh my goodness. So yeah, so there's a car coming. Car to pass here a minute. We need to pull it a little bit. There we go. Now we should have the entire field. Let this thing fold up. We're probably going to end up fast forwarding some time here, everyone. On the big field, I'm thinking, was that? Oh, okay. I was going to say, I was getting a little worried. That looked like weeds. Oh, and I don't know what that is up there. Did I miss a spot? Maybe I missed a spot. We might go check that out here a minute. That folds up. Just, that seems like a rather large spot to miss. Anyway, oh yes, getting the game to load here, everyone. There was an update to the game here, by the way, so for those of you who have not seen it, there was another update, just a little small update. Didn't look like really anything too particularly important. Probably more so for the consoles than the PC. Looked like just some language fixes and something with palettes and a couple other little minor things. Consoles look like they had some a little bit bigger thing, mod crashes and game crashes and stuff like that. But anyway, again, everyone, game updated. First off, it took forever to update. I mean, oh my goodness, it probably took like a half hour. It's only like what did it say, like 100 meg download or something, 100 meg update. I don't know what took so long, but it took forever to update. I have the Steam version of the game, by the way, for anyone wondering. Took forever to update. Finally updated. Then the game won't load out. The game instant crash. So you go to load the game, and it would instant crash. I mean, instantly. That actually, yeah, that's working. Okay, there we go. Good. So that was that missing spot. I keep pushing V to lift this up, but this particular roller does not lift. It just simply folds up. So anyway, yeah, game kept crashing, everyone. Went and looked in the air log. What was it? Failed to load. What was it? Config something. It failed to load something. Oh, device. No. Create context. I forget the name of the file, and it failed to load that file. So I'm like, okay, well, let's go check the verify the integrity of the game files. Did that. Did nothing. Game still would not load. It would instant crash. So on a hunch, everyone went ahead and deleted the shader cache. So I deleted the shader cache out, and hey, long been told, everyone, the game now loads. So the game loads. However, everyone, once the game would load, I would get into my save game here, and I don't know, maybe 30 seconds to a minute, something like that, everyone. Start playing, and the game would crash again. Try that multiple times, everyone. Ended up removing my mods, seeing if that would make a difference. So I removed all mods from the game. And again, everyone, load the game up, maybe 30 seconds later, the game would crash. Once in the save game. So once I was in the save game, everyone, the game would crash. Loaded up a brand new save game. Like, well, maybe something in this save game's corrupt, right? So loaded up a brand new save game, everyone, crashed. It's like, well, I can't delete the shader cache, everyone, because the shader cache is already gone. Went ahead and pulled a couple of older shader caches. A little bit of a story behind that one, by the way. Yes, I got some older shader caches, because this is not the first time I've had to delete my shader cache, by the way. Yeah, not the first time. So I pulled one of the older ones out. Game loaded. Actually played for a couple of minutes. Actually, it was looking like I thought maybe we'd finally had one. I was probably, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes. I almost finished rolling the field, and then the game crashed. Like, oh, okay. Well, that wasn't the solution, then, was it? I thought about loading up, trying again, but I figured no sense doing that. Went ahead and deleted that shader cache out, loaded the game back up, and back to the last about 30 seconds, the game would crash. verified game files. I don't know. I pretty much just went through everything again. Everyone did a couple more things, and finally what I ended up doing, everyone, was loading up NVIDIA's GeForce Experience, which, by the way, looking at the error log, everyone, the error log made me think it was still something graphics related, because just the error logs create context, and it's just, yeah, the error to me, everyone screamed something graphics related. So ended up loading up NVIDIA GeForce Experience and launched the game that way. Launched the game through GeForce Experience, everyone, and the game's running. You folks, I got nothing. I've got nothing. You folks can leave a comment, but I don't know. Anyone got any good theories? Because I've got nothing. I have no idea why. And I'm curious. I'm not going to, well, not going to try it here during this video, but once I'm done recording here, I'll probably go ahead and load it up through Steam just to see once it's loading through Steam if it still crashes or not. But yeah, like I said, loaded it up through NVIDIA GeForce Experience. I got all the mods activated, by the way, again. Initially, I loaded up without mods, and like, hey, this seems like it's working. It's not crashing. It's still going. It's still running. Okay, well, let's close out. Of course, I didn't save the save game, everyone, when I did that, because it's like, well, the mods aren't here, so that would have wiped all the mods, which mainly the only really thing we probably have is the water hydrant here. What else do we got? We got the plows there, I guess. I don't know if those really, yeah, I mean, if we lost those, big whoop. Would hate to, well, I guess not the biggest problem in the world if we lost the water hydrants either, but still, didn't want to have to lose those if we could help it. So yeah, went ahead and loaded the game back up with the mods loaded this time, and hey, I don't know, everyone. Like I said, I have no idea. So anyway, what do we got on the field here? So we are 100% fertilized. We got a yield bonus of plus 100%. I want you folks to remember that. It says my yield bonus, Evan, is plus 100%. So again, the way that works, Evan, that should be a 200% yield on this field. So again, we got our initial yield, everyone. Call that 100%. And then we got our additional yield on top of that, which is supposed to be this plus 100%. So making a grand total of 200%. Plus, everyone, we got bees over here. I don't know how that affects the yield. Supposedly it, oh, and the pallets are full. I should probably do something with that, shouldn't I? Okay, let's move those over here a minute. Just kind of shove those over. Wonder if the pallets still get in the ground, stuck in the ground. Anyone have issues with their pallets getting stuck in the ground here since the update? Hopefully maybe Giants fix that problem. Also, I am very curious, Evan, talking about my issues here getting the game to load. How many other viewers out there are having problems with their games crashing and loading as well? Because Farming Simulator 19, everyone, I almost never had an issue. Farming Simulator 19 was like very stable. I could probably count on one hand the number of crashes I had in that game, everyone. Deleted the shader cache out maybe once, and I don't think that was even at fault in 19, if I remember correctly. So, yeah. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and skip some time here, everyone. When is the proper time to plant some sorghum, by the way? Sorghum can be planted... Need to look at the other menu. Sorghum. So we need to plant that in April and May. So it looks like, Evan, we'll probably be back here next spring. I'm going to go ahead and sleep through some nights. Actually, you know what? We might have some crops to sell. We got to watch the prices here. Canola. So canola prices looks like they're actually down quite a bit, aren't they? I think they're down. It says they're going up. Yeah, because we're in July. So we're looking at about, whoa, Goldcrest Valley, 1900. I mean, that seems like a pretty good price, right? Almost 2,000. So that'll give us about $240,000 right there. However, if you look at this screen, everyone, July, it shows July is like about as low as it gets. I mean, that's about as low as it gets. Okay, you know what? I was going to pause the recording. Let's go and sleep the night here. Just see what happens. Let's see if the price actually goes up or not. So, yeah, again, let me know, folks. Anyone else out there having problems with the game crashing? Because Farming Simulator 22, everyone, it's almost daily. The game crashes multiple times. And as I was saying earlier in the video, everyone, this is not the first time I've had to delete out my shader cache. I have deleted out my shader cache. I think this is the 4th time around now, everyone. 4th time, and the game's been out, what, 2-3 weeks here now? Now, again, granted, everyone, I am using mods. Definitely have probably a couple of questionable mods I should go ahead and delete. Again, goes back to the whole mod issue with stupid people out there cranking out mods that are just absolute junk. But anyway, let's see. What are our prices looking like here? Show current prices. Whoa. Okay, at least most other places the prices have really gone up, right? Like Goldcrest Valley, it went up a little bit. But like the feed and grain, they were what, like 1,100, 1,400 before? Now we're looking at 18, 17. So the prices definitely are going up there, that's for sure. So if we go ahead and skip to September here. I just want to show this on camera just so you folks can see what I'm seeing here as well when it comes to prices. And then we can rant and rave about the stability of the game here while we're at it too. Because yeah, this is getting a little bit ridiculous. Okay, prices. Ooh, okay. I'm kind of paying attention to this green arrow. The price is definitely going up yet. I mean, that's a really good price there at Goldcrest Valley. 2,343. Let's see. Going back to this one here. It's October. So yeah, according to this one, it should go up. November should be December. Let's skip one more month, everyone. Let's see what happens, I guess. And hopefully we won't regret skipping one more month. Maybe I should have saved the game before we skipped that month there, just in case the price, like, plummets drastically. If the price is still good, I think we're probably going to go ahead and sell here this time around. Let's see what's here. Price, yeah, the price actually went down. I mean, it says it's going up, but it actually went down a little bit, didn't it? Okay, so it's actually updating here too. December. I mean, the green arrow is still going up, everyone. We're going to be sneaky about this. Save. Go ahead and sleep through the night. Because if the price goes down, everyone, we can just reload the save game here. And we'll just kind of play the markets that way, right? Let's see, verdict is December going to be any better or not? Money's going up. Ooh, money's going up quite nicely there, by the way. That should be the greenhouses, I presume, that are cranking out the money here at this point. Out of curiosity, what are we getting for the greenhouses? So sold products. I'm assuming that's the greenhouse, right? Gotta know what that is. So yeah, $20,000. I don't know why it fluctuates so much, Evan. I'm kind of curious on that. You would think it'd be a very consistent value coming out of those greenhouses. It should be a consistent number, right? But it's definitely not. So anyway, now I should probably check too. Are we good on water? Oh yeah, plenty good on water. And price for canola. Let's see what we got. Oh, well, wait, no, that is up. It was 2,300 before. Right now it's 2,600. Yes, and now the price is going down. So we definitely want to sell at this point. So it looks like, I mean, looking at the screen, it looks like we are about right where it needs to be here per this screen. It says, you know, November, December, and it looks like January goes back down. So we are in the month of December. And if I'm reading that right, everyone looks like that is the best selling price. So let's go ahead and sell. Nope, just detach that. Oh, let's see. I think the 7810 can handle 2 gravity wagons. Oh, we've got the 9RX sitting there. Also going to fast forward time here just a little bit. Let's get to a little bit brighter out here in the game. A little dark, 8 o'clock in the morning in December, apparently. Okay, and we want canola. And where are we taking this canola to? Was that Goldcrest Valley? Probably was, right? Yep, Goldcrest Valley. Yeah, Goldcrest Valley train station, that is. At least with this sell point, I mean, there's no way to actually, like, take the grain to the sell point that I know of. You actually have to use the train. It used to be on some of the other maps, everyone, when you had to use the train, you could sometimes, like, just take the wagon down the tracks and sell that way. Not an option here with this particular Goldcrest Valley. Okay, and that's going to be, yeah, what, about good 3 loads here. So that'll be nice. 47,000. Yeah, should be just about 3 loads somewhere in there. That'll be perfect. 140,000 at 2,600 per 1,000 liters of one. This should pay quite well, I would think. And I should get the 7R over here. The 7R would haul this quite nice. The 7R is currently up at the shop here. I was going to fill it up with seed. 7Rs are our quickest tractor here, and probably would have a I think that would haul these wagons quite nicely. Oh well, maybe we'll probably do like one of these on screen, and then I'll get the last two hauled off screen here, and then we'll come back when it's time to sell, and then we'll probably sleep a couple more months, hibernate, and come back when it's time to plant. If we end up with enough money, by the way, but I do want to maybe see if we can get some chickens as well. That's been suggested that apparently chickens are good money, so we're gonna maybe give those a try here. I don't know about, probably not this episode. Maybe we'll look into it maybe next episode, everyone. Oh, not to mention, too, what should we do with the money we currently have? Probably should pay down some of the current loan a little bit. That might help. Loan is costing us, what, about like $3,000 per day. So 3,000 times 12, yeah, it's costing us about $36,000, $40,000 per year for that loan. And that's a $965,000 some dollar loan there. Well, the tractor did finally get up to speed. Actually, repair. Is that the repair for the tractor or the wagons? The wagons, I mean, to be honest, really should not need repair, I wouldn't think. They're just sitting there most of the time. And then the occasional long trip like we do here, I don't know. Maybe need to check the numbers on those, but like I said, I wouldn't think the wagons would need repair here at this point. Oh, and so far it doesn't look like Giants has fixed this bridge yet. Yeah, that is pretty bad, isn't it? I mean, wow. Don't know what Giants was thinking when they did that one. That's just, yeah. My goodness. Okay, we're gonna let that unload. As a reminder here again, when it comes to the train station. Ooh, and I should be watching the time here. Let's slow that back down. Oh, and we lost our price too yet, didn't we? Oh, well, that kind of sucks, doesn't it? Oh, well. Yeah, we lost like $100 per 1,000 liters. Oh, well. I did not realize the price would change throughout the day like that. Wow, that really changes too. So that is something to watch for, apparently. The price, even throughout the day, will change. And, of course, at this point, we haven't even sold anything either, so wouldn't surprise me once we start selling that the price will change. But I was not expecting it to change that much throughout the day. Well, I think we'll be back here once I get all the crops held to the train station here, and once they're here, we'll go ahead and sell them, and we'll be back for that part. Okay, and we're back here just unloading the last of the canola here into the train station. One thing I need to comment on here, I noticed while I was unloading this here, I went to check and see how much I had left remaining in the silo. And yeah, when it shows what you have in the train station here, and of course it does not differentiate which one is where, so yeah, anyway. Oh, that's right, I need to stay in here for it to unload, don't I? Oh, I keep forgetting that. Once you get out of the tractor, it stops unloading, so almost done there. And then we'll go ahead and run down there and rent the train. I think that was this way, right around the corner if I remember correctly. We'll get the train headed over here and go ahead and sell all the canola, and hopefully we should make some pretty decent money off this here, I would think, everyone. Like I said, almost $2,500 per 1,000 liters. Seems like a pretty good price if you ask me. Let's see, train is going to arrive in 3.7 kilometers. That seems like a ways away. Okay, we'll be back everyone once the train is here. I think the train's going the wrong way. Okay, everyone, we have one train car full here already. Filling up the second one. Each train car here holds, I think it's $90,000 for each one as far as I know here. Not sure if there's any variation here or not. 3 train cars that hold grain, and there's one that holds, I'm assuming that's for logs. Or I guess you could throw anything else on it that would fit. I don't know if there's anything else that would sell. I guess I can't zoom out far enough. Anything else that would sell at the Goldcrest station, everyone, that would, like pallets and stuff. Anyway, we'll go ahead and back this back up here. We're going to sell that, and let's see, once everyone cross their fingers, and hopefully we're going to make some really good money here. Yes. It would be nice if I'd actually tell you like how much you're going to make off that. Would be actually kind of a nice feature. The $345,000. I mean, hey, we will take that. We will definitely take that. $345,000. That's definitely a bit more than we made last harvest. Was that oats? I think that was oats last harvest, wasn't it? If I remember correctly, I think it was about $240,000. But again, I mean, we didn't really pay attention to the market. But then again, too, that was before the update, and we really couldn't pay attention to the market without like actually, just fast forward time and check. Okay, that's higher. Nope, that's lower. That's boy. But anyway, it looks like we might be able to maybe pay attention to that screen now a little bit with a grain of salt. So, won't hold the candle to it, everyone, but at least you can kind of sort of go by it to some extent. Anyway, we're going to be back here. I'm going to go ahead and sleep a couple more nights here, and we're going to get into, I think it was March here we had to be in for sorghum. Let's see here on the other screen. So sorghum is April. Okay, so we need to be in the month of April here to plant that. So like I said, we'll be back here in a few minutes. Okay, and we're back here yet again, and this time the sun is shining brightly here, 8 o'clock in the morning. Everything is greened back up, and we're finally back into the warmer weather here. And that means, everyone, it is time to hopefully plant some sorghum. So double check and make sure we're in the right time here. So sorghum, yep, plant in April. So we're going to start planting some sorghum here. Actually, speaking of planting, everyone, I believe the tractor is still at, yes, the tractor's at the shop here. Almost out of seed, so that's why I drove it down here. We're going to pick up a load of seed here before we start heading out to seed. Let's go buy a pallet of that. And we're probably almost out of time here this episode, everyone, but we're going to get at least what seeding we can done, and I'll probably finish it up off camera here. And it shouldn't hopefully take too long here with the great big old Amazon planter. There we go. Is that close enough? Should automatically open when it comes to the pallets here. If it doesn't, then that means we're probably not close enough. 70%, so I don't think we have enough room to throw another pallet in there, do we? We'll probably just call that good. And of course, by the way, I went checking on our first two fields that we got planted with canola here. So you can see they are still mulched. Turn that off. They are fully fertilized. And everything else seems to be clear on them. So no weeds. Again, I did not spray for weeds on these fields. Oh, hello, tree. The no weeds are a result of plowing. So again, when you plow in the game here, you should not get weeds on your field. I know a lot of folks think that's a bug, and it very well could be, everyone. I am not sure. My suspicion, everyone, is the game was intended to be that way. Could be wrong on that, but I'm guessing Giants intended it that way. Which, by the way, does make some sense in real life. Typically, moldboard plowing is a good way to take care of weeds. Not necessarily all weeds like it does in the game here, but it does at least help with the weeds. Okay, W, Control W, that is definitely not the right width. Let's get a better width on that there. Okay, and then we can shift that over here just a little bit. Starting off with a little bit of a headland here. That should be pretty good. Oh, yeah, we are setting. Yep, we're good. Just double checking everyone, make sure we were set on the sorghum we want to plant there. We are indeed. Oh, and at least everyone, with the fact that there's no fertilizer active on the field here at the moment, you can actually see where you're planting now, so that is kind of nice. Just the darker texture there. Otherwise, it's really hard to see where you're planting because, again, the texture from the plant here and the texture from the roller are very, very similar. Probably really should maybe look at like getting a high-speed disc or something in the game here. That way we can just have a different cultivated texture on the ground as opposed to the rolled texture. Again, I'm using the rolled texture here just to get up to a seed bed. So that's the only purpose I'm using the roller for here at this point. And again, I know we have to re-roll the field again once we are planted. But again, essentially the roller is acting as a, 30-some meter, no, 25 meter or something like that. Whatever that roller is again. 20-some plus meter wide cultivation equipment, basically. So the cultivation equipment, that's about as big as it gets in the game here. Oh, and we need some repair on, is that the planter or the tractor? I've been trying to go around and repair stuff here as much as possible. By the way, the $72,000 we currently have, that was all money generated from our greenhouses while we slept time away. the money we got from selling the canola. I went ahead and paid down the loan as much as possible just so we weren't getting as much interest here while we were fast forwarding time. I think we're down to like a $500,000 loan here at this point. We'll have to see what's maybe next episode, like 7. We might get into some chickens, and then if we have enough money, maybe another field or two might be kind of nice as well. So we should have what, about probably 400,000 or so we can safely spend here. And I would say that's a pretty good chunk of money if you ask me. I'll have to say again, Evan, I'm not the biggest fan of the vehicle control add-on mod. The GPS, though, is pretty nice, Evan. The GPS is nice. I do like the vehicle control add-ons GPS. What's up with that section there? Turn these off so we can actually see what's going on. Hey, we're getting full fertilizer, so I'm not going to complain too much. So, noted, Evan. Make sure I fertilize. That would be fertilized before rolling, because apparently rolling does not allow you to fertilize with a planter. If you also additionally fertilize, that is. So this time around, I fertilized, let's see, was it after mulching? I forget if I did it after or before mulching here this time around. Somewhere in there. I know one of the fields I did before, one of them I did after. Well, everyone, looking at the time, I think it's about time to wrap it up for this episode here, unfortunately. Like I said, off camera, everyone, I'm going to go ahead and finish up planting the field here. And then we'll probably come back next episode and either look at chickens and or in some sort of fashion look at spending the money we made here this episode. So with that, everyone, thanks for watching. Comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And I guess I should mention, everyone, hopefully we'll be back next episode, assuming we don't have any game problems like we did this episode. So yeah, hopefully that won't happen again soon in the near future.